What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So, you guys see who it is. Anthony Sanchez, Illuminating Solutions, I think it is. And he's quickly become one of the favorites on the channel. We have fun roasting him. And that's all it is, just a fun roast, right? I've made that clear before. This isn't going to be a roast. This is an interview he did with Inside True Crime. I haven't seen the full interview. I saw this yesterday morning, and one of my subscribers actually sent it to me after I had already saw it. Well, no, she sent it first, but I didn't see it till later, right? And she said, have you seen this or something? But I had already made up my mind. I wanted to do this. So this is not going to be a funny one. This is a glimpse into who this person is. And I want to speak on it. So let's get to it. By the way, hopefully it's not too glitchy. There was some kind of Chrome update, and I checked earlier that, and things were a little bit laggy. So hopefully this thing will iron itself out and we won't have any problems. Now let's get it.
I grew up seeing my mom be pimped out, pimping herself out.
We'll start over. That is not easy for any man to talk about, right? In a man's life, if he's lucky, there will be two type of women that will be his heart. His mother, and if he has any daughters, right? Those are going to be the most special women ever in your life, right? And then you'll have a wife or whatever. But to get on social media and tell your story and tell that part of your story, that's heavy, man. That's heavy.
I grew up seeing my mom be pimped out, pimping herself out, high paid prostitute, right? So in and out with different men, breaking them. And around, I could say when I was 7 years old, I seen her overdose on cocaine.
7 years old. By the age of 7 years old, he knew what his mother did for a living. Unfortunately, he was witnessing it. I'm not saying the acts itself, but the men coming around and probably beatings and, a lot of different things that a kid shouldn't see. And by 7, watched his own mother die in front of him due to drug use.
She actually died in front of me. So during the time I made a big transition and I went to go stay with my dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's your dad?
My dad, he really wasn't in the picture. At the beginning, from what I heard, like once you get in the streets, you hear a lot of stories. My dad was moving drugs, selling dope, whatever the case is. But when I transitioned to go stay with my dad was never in the picture. He came in the picture like 2 years later. By the time he came in the picture, he was strung out on dope. He's straight crackhead. And so my grandma.
It's where it's gonna cut off. Damn. So I'm figuring he means 2 years later. So when he was 9, his dad came around. And this is why when I talk about why people join gangs, I've mentored a lot of lifers. When I was in prison, I mentored a lot of guys. I used to have a group of guys that I would bring out and we would do self-help in the day room because they wouldn't let us go to the self-help groups. Dudes were hating and it was weird, man. And I'm glad to say that everyone that I brought out, every one of us is on the streets. Unfortunately, one OD'd and passed away. But all of us were able to get out of prison, right? But in mentoring these guys, I would always work with them and tell them, look, if you want to work with me, what you're going to have to do is go back to your earliest childhood memory. Whatever it is, write that down till today. Till the day that you write everything down. It doesn't have to be in chronological order. We'll get to that later. Write everything down. And it was because it never failed. By that age, 7, 8, 9 years old, we had all seen some things. We had all experienced some traumatic stuff in our pre-adolescence. And when we experienced that stuff, we formed beliefs about ourselves, about the people around us, and our world. Back then, we didn't have cell phones where you can escape reality by looking at people and places all around the world. Back then, we had what was in our house and what was outside the front door. And back then, a lot of times, what was in the house and what was outside that front door was ugly. It was violent. It was brutal. And so, I'm going to still continue to have fun, roasting the guy. And I would hope that he gets it, because in the joint, that's what we do. We roast each other. We have fun. We laugh when we can. It's an ugly place. But I wanted to make sure that people heard his words. And you see the tattoos, and he's done other interviews where he said he's tango. He ran with the tangos, and before that he was from wherever he was from on the streets, and it makes sense. As a damn baby, watching men come around his mother, be around his mother, probably beat up on his mother. Who knows what he's seen? And I hope you guys go. Again, it's called @TrueCrime. You can look him up on IG at @TrueCrime. Go and watch this video. Go and watch this whole interview. I plan on doing that. I haven't yet, because I wanted to get this out of the way first. Just this clip that he did is only like 1 minute and 1 second, something like that, right? And look at how impactful that is right there. 1 minute of that interview. So whatever he went through, whatever decisions that he made that led him to incarceration, they were in direct response to that right there. And you look at him now, he's in a suit. He's always dressed sharp. If you click on his IG, you'll see he's always talking to ex-convicts, trying to get people jobs. He'll send them to barber school and all that stuff. And I really, really respect that and appreciate that. And honestly, this is my reaction channel. This is, I always try to make people laugh, because we need that, right? We need laughter. But I'm thinking I want to try to find more stories like this. Success stories. It doesn't have to be somebody that was a gang member and changed his life. It could be somebody that was just caught up in the lifestyle, the criminal lifestyle, and has turned themselves around, or is on the path to turning themselves around. So if you guys think that would be interesting, let me know in the comments. Also, if you know of any of these guys that are on that path to redemption and recovery, and they have platforms, let me know about it so I can look at it. And I believe this type of stuff needs more light on it. See, this is a huge success. And unfortunately, he's not the only person who his mother was doing things and he saw it, or whose mother passed away in front of them. This is unfortunately a story that keeps going. There's probably, unfortunately, a kid today that witnessed something very brutal happen to their mother. And maybe videos like this, if we can get more out there, when somebody does experience some type of trauma, um, they have the internet, they have YouTube, and they can see like, damn, this person went through what I'm going through right now, and look at them. And hopefully it would help them avoid getting into the criminal lifestyle and getting caught up in the system, because there's more failures than successes, unfortunately, in that life. That's my video for today. I want to make sure I keep this short. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys will go over there. Again, it's at Inside True Crime. Check out the interview. I plan on doing the same thing. And maybe, I don't know, maybe there's other stuff that I could react to in that video. I'm sure there is, but I would have to ask this person, Inside True Crime, if they're okay with it. But nevertheless, make sure you guys go on over there and check it out. Thank you guys, man. Appreciate you.